Hey guys, what's up? Squint Drew here. So here's box number 41. Pennies and nickels as usual. I can't remember when exactly I did this box. I did this a couple weeks ago. Today's November 13th, 2014. And actually today is pretty much the first official day that's actually snowed this year. It was coming down about 2:30. Now it's about 3:40 or so. Or I don't know if that clock is off or something, but it's about 3:40 or something. So it did come down a little bit of snow today. I was in science class and I looked out my window, and it was coming down, and I was like, oh God, no, not this, you know. I barely got in any detecting this year. I was so busy and stuff, but I did get in a lot of coin roll hunting and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna get into this box. I'll probably make a separate video after this showing some other finds I got for my birthday. A family member gave me a bunch of coins. My grandparents actually had just gone to Arizona to go visit my cousin, and my grandmother's sister isn't doing so great. She's now into assisted living. She's like in her mid-80s, and she's kind of going downhill. So unfortunately there may be another death in the family within the next couple of years, the next year or so. So they went over there and saw her, and it was a good thing for my grandmother, because they both came from different countries all the way over here in the 50s, so it was a hard thing for them to leave their families and come over here and whatnot. You know, so this was a good box. Like I said, I got some other stuff that they had. I think it was my grandmother's sister that had most of this stuff, and there's a big bag of coins over here. I'll show that later. It's mostly pocket change that they gave me, a huge massive bag of coins, and I guess that was my cousin's, which my cousin is in her 50s. She lives out in Arizona, and she found some of this stuff while she was going through some stuff, because now they're in assisted living and their home's being sold off. So here's the coins that I got here. I got a whole nice list of a whole nice bunch of uncirculated coins. It's a 2009 third design, gem uncirculated, 73D, 72D, 64, 60D, that's really nice. 63 plain, 74S, that's really nice too. 70D, 60D plain nickel, or no, 60D, did I just say 60D plain? 60D nickel, uncirc, and full steps, believe it or not, this one's full steps, 1997D. It's like 4.5 steps. Still really awesome. It has great toning. For the Canadian cents, I actually got another 1947 maple leaf cent, George VI. I've been finding a lot of 47s recently. This is the year where they had the 47 maple next to the date and the non. This is the non, so it's a little bit rare of a date. And I got a typical 64 young head. I got two estimate marks, the 70S and 72S. It's really beat up, but it's just more discolored, if anything. Possible D over D. Just kind of looks like a, you know, you can see the marks on it from the automatic rolling machine, so probably did the same to the reverse. I don't know what's going on. And then we got a 71. I'm not sure if that's a D or an S. That's a D. It's a 71D. Really horrible strike, really weak strike. The reverse is fine, but the obverse is not fine. And yeah, it's a little bit more pronounced down there, if you can see that. So very cool. Whoops. And then we got a 60D small date, so not bad at all. And we got a bunch of wheat pennies. Got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19 wheat pennies. So more than usual. The oldest is a 41, so no pre-1940s in here. Another 41, 41D, so better date. It's in really good shape too. 42D, 44, 46, 48D, uncommon. Oh wait, whoops, there's 48D, 47D, 51D, 51D, 52, 53S, that's a good date. 56, 56D in pretty decent shape, 56D, 57 in decent shape, 57D, 57D, and a 58D. So quite a bit of wheat pennies for sure. Moving over to the nickels, I did pretty good. I got a 40S. Very nice. all the 40S's I find are always worn at the bottom for some reason. I can always tell that they're 40S's without flipping them over because they're just really worn in some areas. They're worn in the same areas and the rim is really worn in usually on a lot of 40S's, so you can usually tell by that. I usually know it's going to be 40S. When I see it, I got actually 3 of these 1942s. They're all in really good shape. That one's, I think, the best condition. And we got a 58 plane, so yet another 58 plane in this box. Really insane. I'm going on a crazy streak of these 58 planes. They only made 17 million of them. I will tell you this, box number 42 I actually did find 2, I believe, 1958 planes, so just going off at it. And I found a really rough 1959. This one's been in circulation a long time. Yeah, definitely really rough. Now moving over to the better coins, we'll move over to this one here. I actually did manage to score a 2014 Canadian nickel. I think I found this, in early, no, when did I find this? I might have found this late October, like 31st to the October or November 1st week or whatever. I think it was the 31st, I believe. I think I picked up this box. It's 2014, so I technically found this in 10 or 11 months in to 2014 in the US. So this is the first time I've actually scored a coin that's a Canadian coin that's actually the same present year. You know, I always score the 2009s and 2010s. I've never scored anything newer than 2012, I believe, in the past 2 years. So that's really sweet. I don't know how that happened. I'm really close to the Canadian border anyways. Most of the coins I find are Canadians. That's how I find these George cents practically every box. And the young heads and stuff. Each roll of coins I open up has at least 1 or 2 Canadian pennies in it. It's pretty ridiculous. Same goes with nickels. Every so often it seems like there will be a couple Canadian nickels in each box. Now moving over to the best nickel finds in this box. There was no silver in this box regarding nickels, but I did score something else that was silver. This one's probably the best find regarding nickels, maybe. It's a 1941. It's in really good condition. A little bit, of wear down there. Small rim ding, very, very small rim ding. Not even anything significant at all. But it's actually a large S. Now there's the small S and the large S variety of this. Large S is a little bit rarer, and that's a large S right there. I wish I had something to compare it to, but that's a large S for sure. Usually the small S's are very small, like microscopic kind of size. I'm still visible with the naked eye, but so yeah, that's a large S. Whoops. I was actually kind of flipping out when I saw that because the large S varieties, even in good or VG condition, still go for maybe 50 cents. But then it's when they get up to that condition, the XFAU range that this coin's in. This coin's about an XF, I believe, to maybe an AU50. That's where the money starts rolling in a little bit. I think this is about a $5 coin, so it's still a nice coin. And then actually I did score a low mintage. I wouldn't consider it necessarily a semi-key, but it's 1939. It's not a D. It's not a plane actually. I usually always score 39s. I actually didn't score any 39 planes in this box, like usual. But here's a 39, and it's not a D. The D would be the key date, the second lowest mintage of the series. But this right here, it's a 39S. Now this just books value for I think a couple dollars or so. So definitely not a bad coin at all. I believe it's out of someone's book or something. That's I think my third one I've ever found. Before I started getting these boxes in February 2013, I'd never scored a 39D or a 39S. Last year I scored, I think, one 39S, and this year I've scored 2. When I found my first 39S, I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I've never found one. And now that I'm on my third one, it's just like, here and there, it's like, oh gosh, I actually found one, a little bit of a surprise. And actually, before I forget, that was a good find. I actually found, in the same week, basically, that I went through this box, just in change and whatnot, I found a couple currency notes. Very nice notes. This one here, no significant serial number or anything. This one just, I just keep every note, every $1 bill, 1995 or older, because you don't see them that often. Nothing significant with the serial number, I don't believe. But it's 1995. It's not in bad shape. Other than the fold across it, it's in pretty decent shape actually. Still pretty white. Definitely a very nice bill. Like I said, it's just a typical crease, and a little bit of a small crease there. But other than that, it's in pretty decent shape. 614 AL. So I don't really collect currency, but like I said, I keep all the 1995s that I ever get, unless they're really beat up. And then I found this. I'm not going to keep this, but it's a star note. A little bit of a lower ID. If you want to call this a birth note, you can. I really don't think anyone really cares about the 1868 because there's no one living from 1868 who would necessarily want this. But this is just the most rough star note I've ever seen. I think there's even a hole in it in some areas. It's actually a 2003A. Which is, you know, most of the 2003As, I remember when they used to be like really circulating and stuff, the 2003As, when I was younger and I first started getting into the hobby, you know, the only thing you'd ever see in circulation is a 2003A. That changed till about 2006, 2007, 2008. Now you don't even see them that often. It's mostly 2006 and 2009s, mostly 09s it seems like now. So this one's probably been circulating the whole time. No one's probably ever even noticed it's a star note. So rough. It's been folded every single direction. It's been folded in half probably 5,000 times for all I know. It just makes you wonder how many people's hands this has actually been in. I bet you it was probably printed in 03, because I know that they use that series date for 3 years, I think from 03 to 06 or 05. Starting in 03 and probably ending in 05 or 06. This one's really rough, like I said. It's all yellow. I'm just going to toss it back. I just thought it was neat how this one's been circulating that often, that long. It'll just go back into circulation and probably go through the hands of another 5,000 more people until the government finds it and probably shreds it, because it's rough. I'm telling you, it's not really worth anything, just $1, if that. And then the best find, this was even scored in a penny or a nickel box. I've been having this happen to me a lot lately. I've mentioned in the previous videos how I've been going to the bank, and when I cash my boxes, pennies and nickels, and when I cashed in box number 40, I always ask for $125 in dimes, since my banks don't have coin counting machines or anything. There's a little something there. So I always ask for, you know, I trade it for 125 dimes, and I take my 125 and I bring it to the other bank that I get my boxes at, and then I you know, just switch it out for the 2 boxes, so it works out well. They don't mind getting in dimes. They, you know, they'd probably rather have cash, but you know, they don't never complain. So I always go through the dimes. I never look at the actual years. I just look at the rims for silver, and I saw this one this time. And I knew that was a little bit of a dirty rim, you know, kind of looks, you know, not like a Canadian pretty much. And it's actually a 62, 1962, 90% silver dime. So I think this is like the 5th or 6th or 4th silver dime I found. Just kind of going along with it. Even Super Neo 123 has been going through some rolls after I had mentioned I found 2 silver dimes and $125 once a couple weeks ago. So 62D, yet again. I haven't scored a war nickel in a couple of weeks, actually, probably about a month. And I'm just scoring silver, you know, dimes and stuff. And I will say that in box number 42 I did score silver again. And it was not in the form of a nickel or obviously a penny. So pretty sweet. So thanks guys for watching, and I might have another video out here pretty soon. Not quite sure if I'll make it, but I think I will. So yeah guys, thanks guys for watching. Happy hunting, and I'll see you guys later.